What's next on the Konami reprint hammer out here, destroying collectors' collections? Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. It's Retro Pack 1 and Light of Destruction reprints. I want to talk about a couple of other sets out here that could be feeling the wrath of this. We're going to start off over here with Starstrike Blast. Now this is, in my opinion, the prime candidate for what you would want to do out here. Starstrike Blast does not have an unlimited print, by the way. This was strictly first edition out here. So if you're looking around and you're like, wait, really? Like, yeah, Starstrike Blast does not have an unlim print, like, on our side of the pond. Never happened. Also, Starstrike Blast houses some of the stupidest cards that we've had in the game's history. If you look at a crazy card going up in value, it was probably from our dear friends out at, Starstrike Blast, STBL. I don't know, man. Starstrike Blast, I don't think that the value is truly present in the set to warrant Konami to go ka-ching, reprint that thing. And I also don't think that Starstrike Blast as a iconic set checks those marks. You know what I mean? It is a cool set, don't get me wrong. But, Light of Destruction with Lightsworn and stuff, that was an iconic, ka-ching, roll the printers. And then Retro Pack 1, same thing out here. But Starstrike Blast does offer insanely iconic cards, but it's shooting Star Dragon as the cover card. Like, why would you want people to pick up $90, $100 Judgment Dragons, Ghost or Honest? But Starstrike Blast doesn't have that nostalgic feel to do that. But you know what? This is Konami we're dealing with. So Starstrike Blast was the first immediate thing that checked my list, especially kind of going in sequential order here. Now, Ancient Prophecy. I have had a couple of discussions with people this week, and a lot of them keep telling me Ancient Prophecy is a set that they could imagine getting reprinted underneath Konami this year to celebrate the anniversary. And I'm still sitting here, and I'm like, Ancient Prophecy offers, like, nothing to the game, like, whatsoever. Sure, it had Ancient Fairy Dragon on the cover, but that's kind of just it. You look at Ancient Prophecy as a set, and you're just like, why would anybody want this? Is it just because Ghost for Ancient Dragon? Is it because, we want Luna support out here? I don't understand the logic behind this. And I have to plug it in out here just because, genuinely, I'm just like, why Ancient Prophecy? Why does this set feel like, and I'm going to hate saying this feels like the most Konami reprint set that they could pull. And also, it had Yusei on the cover, which was interesting. And also, you've also got Vayu, you had Gaia Plate in this set. Wouldn't it be hilarious if they just cashed in on all that reprint equity for this set just to go, hey, we're just going to silently pass Ancient Prophecy across the table to you. You guys can get a nice little extra unlim print of this set. I don't know why, but that just, Konami would look at Starstrike Blast and go, no, don't print it. They want Ancient Prophecy. Just pass it on over across the table. I don't want to see this. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that would be a terrible call on Konami's behalf, but that's kind of the wild card of this discussion, and it's inspired by 4 people. Next up is Dark Legends. Now, for those of you that don't know, Dark Legends was kind of our equivalent to Retro Pack 1 for the States. And, or at least, it was our equivalent for us getting it over here. So, if Europe got Retro Pack 1, and we're getting Retro Pack 1 over here, then wouldn't it make sense to print Dark Legends and hand it on over to Europe and say, hey guys, you want this? That's kind of what my logic was. We can get a nice little traderoo going here. And, you guys can add DLG to your collections. We can add Retro Pack. We're kind of exchanging notes out here. But With the current state that the European side of the market is on, I don't necessarily feel like Dark Legends is really going to be on that agenda of specialized products that, we could be seeing, which I'll be honest with you, as much as I want to see Dark Legends get another print alongside Retro Pack 1, it doesn't, we've got one core set, we have one specialty product. I don't necessarily feel like Konami wants to take a look at what's going on here and make another specialty product. I feel like a core set would be on their chopping block of things that they would want to consider. And, if they would also announce, Dark Legends directly after, doing Retro Pack 1, well, then that just kind of kills the value that Retro Pack 1 and the hype that it has going around it. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, here's the same cards. Enjoy. And no, DLG might be a later half of the year question, I feel like. It's definitely not out of the agenda. Gladiator's Assault. Holy crap. If there was ever a core set in this game to look at in terms of stupid shit that happened, it is Gladiator's Assault. Glass is the set that breaks everything, in my opinion. This set had the shortest first edition secret rare prints of anything. That's why Magic Formula is like $1,000 looking at first eds. You had unlimited prints of some of this stuff at a later date, and also Security Orb Ultimate Rares were only available in the European version of the pack from this set. This set is the one that I figured Konami would have reprinted. But fun fact, Gladiator's Assault is actually a year after the release of Light of Destruction. So, based on the logic of that, I don't think Konami's going to go in reverse. I don't see why Konami would want to backtrack a set and want to reprint Gladiator's Assault after they've already announced Light of Destruction. It doesn't make sense. But Necroface was in this set. Glass is such an insane set to think about in terms of just what's present in its capability. And I think glass boxes would sell insanely. All right. Next to LOB, next to some of the older sets, Glass is probably the most insane set that I can think of in the game's history, just for what's present in it in terms of core sets. Like, it is nuts what Gladiator's Assault has actually in it in terms of what's there. So, I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're going to dodge because of date order. But if they reprint Glass, holy crap. Retro Pack 2. So this has been an interesting discussion point. As we know, Konami's reprinting RPO1. What's stopping them from revisiting Retro Pack 2? There's nothing stopping them from visiting Retro Pack 2. Actually, Retro Pack 2 is probably the biggest candidate of things you might actually see out here, just because, you revisit it once, you get the chance to go down and hit those secret rares again. I would very much love to see Retro Pack 2 land over here. But, there's a lot of value to kind of be considered out there. Reprinting 2 of these sets, obviously, the update on the copyright is going to be the main difference in tell for these sets. And I also don't know how much is going to hit the market for these. But Retro Pack 2 probably will happen. I would be very surprised if they do dodge that decision. Now, I do have to talk about the DRO4 here before we end this video. So, DRO4 Retro Pack 1 has everybody spooked. DRO4, I don't think Konami's going to go after this set as a reprint, even though this set was, so it's kind of prime candidate next to Retro Pack to think about out here. I could see it, as much as I don't want to see DRO4 get reprinted, but it would feel like Konami'd have to go through 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I don't specifically see them jumping out of order for this. It's kind of why they started at Retro Pack 1, to try to add cards to the collection to kind of celebrate. But anything is possible right now. I guess that's kind of like the big thing to think about out here, is Konami can do whatever they want with these older sets, but there are differences, like the copyright, so that's something to think about. So, What do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out.
Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.